varsity swimmer at Granada High School. I wanted to thank the Livermore Granada boosters for choosing me to be one of the Olympian Scholarship Awards finalists. I'm humbled and grateful to be here with all the other outstanding student athletes. In elementary school at Sunset, I never thought I would be standing here today. I struggled in both academics and athletics. I had a multitude of issues. I battled with ear infections and hearing loss due to the scar tissue in my left ear from my eardrum bursting 3 different times. As I grew, I still had trouble hearing and understanding my teachers in the classroom. Often people thought I was aloof and uninterested, but I truly just didn't hear it. My parents took me to many specialists, and I was finally diagnosed with an auditory processing disorder and sensory processing issues. My brain didn't process what was being said in a lab classroom, and I fell behind academically. I started in resource in 2nd grade because I struggled with reading and didn't understand phonemic sounds. My parents, both teachers, knew how vital early reading intervention was. I started to develop coping skills. My academics began to turn around, but I had to put in more effort and work harder than most students around me. My parents often had to reteach me skills each night because I hadn't comprehended them the class lesson that day. Once I got an FM system in my classroom, my ability to hear and understand content and material skyrocketed. Athletically, I started on a summer swim team at the end of kindergarten. At the time, I had no idea about the experiences I would have and the places I'd get to visit because of swimming. I enjoyed the water and felt at home in the pool. I had struggled in soccer with coordination, and learning to ride a bike wasn't the best and wasn't fun to watch. I lacked balance due to my inner ear issues, but in the water, I felt at home. Specialists said that was because the water pressure soothed me and helped me know where my body was. I joined the Livermore Aqua Cowboys with Coach Teresa Davis as my first swim coach and began swimming year-round in the winter of 2nd grade. Even though I knew I had found my sport, I still struggled. I didn't always catch the set the coaches assigned, and I often went beneath the water to watch what the other swimmers were doing. And I frequently chose to be last in my lane, so I could have time to figure out what to do. My disabilities affected me as swimmates too. I was almost always last off the blocks in a race because I couldn't hear the starting signal. I learned to turn my head and watch the swimmer next to me as a cue for when to dive, and that still didn't really help me. But starting from behind forced me to be better and swim harder and catch up with others in the race. I started to have more and more success in swimming. And as I grew as a swimmer, I started to enter harder and longer events. When I was 11 years old, I swam my first mile. It was exhausting and painful, and I probably would have said that I hated it. But my coach, Alex Silver, said I swam it well and that he could see me excelling at this as an athlete. His confidence gave me the courage and determination to train as a distance swimmer. Thank you, Coach Alex. At Mendenhall, I continued to train hard in swimming and always do my best at school. I lost my IEP, but my core teachers were always kind and accommodating with my learning issues. As I moved on to Granada High School, my swimming accomplishments took off, but the academics gave me more and more trouble. And then COVID hit, and life suddenly changed. Swimming stopped, and school went online. By late June, my LAC swim coaches figured out how to get us back into the water. I realized how much I had missed swimming, which reignited my passion for the sport. As my sophomore year of high school continued with distance learning, my academic challenges resurfaced. My parents would hear some of the lessons in the background as they did their online work and would talk with me about it. I struggled to understand the online classes. I didn't even realize I was missing parts of the lectures and discussions. My grades were suffering and we knew something was wrong. My parents and I again sought advice from an audiologist and ENT. My left ear issues had dramatically improved, but now I had developed a significant hearing loss in my right ear. The doctors believed hearing aids would be needed soon. And returning during my junior year was arduous, but being physically in the classroom was important because I could use all my senses to catch the vital information. My English teacher junior year, Mrs. McMichaels, was really instrumental in my success at Granada. She made it easy to come back in person and made me a better student. As you can see, academics and athletics have never been a breeze for me. I've always had to put in the extra time and energy to provide some success. My desire to continue my athletic career in college has pushed me to put in extra effort into my schooling. I truly appreciate all the teachers who have helped and encouraged me, and those that saw my potential even when I could not. My proudest moment thus far is getting accepted into UC Santa Barbara, where I will further my education and continue my athletic career. I wanted to thank my family for always supporting me. Thank you to my fellow nominee, Jack Davis, for being a swimming teammate and my friend through all these years. And thank you to all the teachers, coaches, and school staff who have inspired me. Finally, I would like to thank the Livermore Granada boosters